joy, oh. What a great pleasure to meet once again. What a great pleasure to meet each other. What a great pleasure to meet old schoolmates. What a great pleasure to meet old classmates. After many years, women.
After many years.
Whoa.
After many years.
Yeah.
After many years.
My brother.
Auntie, after many years.
My sister.
After many years.
My father.
After many years.
Oh,
After many years.
Enjoy yourself.
Enjoy yourself,
My brother.
enjoy
My
yourself,
sister.
enjoy yourself,
My father.
enjoy
My
yourself,
sister.
enjoy yourself,
It's another Saturday evening. A very warm welcome, everyone. This is the BD Show, starting now, a very special edition that celebrates with song and instruments. Today's edition of our show is dedicated to the bottle dance. I don't know how you came across the bottle dance, but for me, it was a childhood experience. I grew up in a neighborhood in Bamenda where we used to escape from home on Fridays to go hide by the wall of a popular community hall to watch our parents dance the bottle dance. They call it used to be a couple dance per se, and it was a particular dance that had to involve a speaker giving instructions for people to take, but the instruments are the things that really mattered. A bottle, a small drum, a guitar, it was all fun. And today, my city is known around the world for the bottle dance. I'm so privileged today to celebrate Bamenda, celebrating Bamenda's bottle dance. It's our identity, a part of our folklore that stands out unique around the world. There are some orchestras that have tried to put together what may be a bottle dance, but we have it natural in this part of the world. When you run Cameroon songs around the world, of course, you have the Big Kutsi, the Makosas, but don't forget very easily, the bottle dance is from my home. And today I'm glad to bring one of those players, the man who has used the bottle dance to communicate in more ways than one, do sensitization, educate his people, and I'm so glad that he's accepted to be with us here today. If you're listening keen, you can hear some fine, very bottle dance guitar, some very fine bottle dance guitar already from the background, announcing to you that today's edition of our show is going to be exceptional. Your Saturday is just about to get better, and as you know, every Saturday the rendezvous can only be here on the BD Show. You're welcome to joining me once again, and I'm so pleased to welcome my guest who is already here with us. You want to discover him? Yes, this is him for you.
What a joy, oh, what a joy, oh, what a joy, oh, what a joy, oh, what a great pleasure to meet once again. What a great pleasure to meet old schoolmates. What a great pleasure to meet old classmates. Oh, what a great pleasure to meet Bamenda boys after many years. After many years, one more after many years, one more after many years, one more after many years. After many years, enjoy yourself, so.
Are you a break dancer?
Enjoy yourself.
Thank you very much, FOZO.
Enjoy yourself. Bacadelic, enjoy yourself. Thank you very much.
So nice to have you here, my brother.
It's a great pleasure.
You are health personnel, so I won't do this. Let's just do the bump.
Yes. It's very okay by me.
All right, thank you very much. This is FOZO De Prince, an outstanding bottle dance artist. I don't know what adjectives I can use to describe him, but he's very humble, yet a committed worker in the public health sector who spends time trying to deliver reproductive health, both from his workplace and even on media organizations, to ensure that people in my city, Bamenda, understand exactly what reproductive health is all about. FOZO, you're welcome once again.
Thank you very much. It's a pleasure. You introduce me more than the way I would introduce myself.
Oh, Dave. He's called Ayim David.
Yes.
Ayim David. Is that pronunciation correct?
Yes, David Ayim.
David Ayim.
Yes, the real pronunciation
Not Ayim.
From my forefathers.
Yes.
You know, I come from Awing.
Yes. Okay.
The Awing man pronounces it Ayim.
Ayim. Awing. Do you know what that is? I heard that from somewhere. One of my band Awing. I don't know what he was saying, but he used to talk. He was a language broadcaster, a local language broadcaster on radio, and he would talk about Ndewing, whatever that is. Let me just think about Pastor Safo. I want to wish him the best. May he rest in peace. He died some time ago, so I remember him.
Okay.
So you're welcome once again, FOZO.
Great pleasure for me.
So how is Awing doing?
Awing is waxing very well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A very proud people, I must say, right?
By the grace of God, a very proud set of people. If I die today and have to be born again, I will still choose to be born in Awing.
Wow.
I will still choose to be an Awing man.
Wow.
You
want to tell us why?
The Awing man is somebody very unique. If you see an Awing man in a community, 2-3 days you would be able to identify that this is an Awing man.
How?
Intelligent.
Okay.
Will wish to be very objective. It will be able to manage anything where they're very good managers. If you get to Awing, you might not believe that it is a village.
Wow.
When you look at the way the Awing people manage themselves, they organize in a way that every quarter is like a village on its own. And then you have the development organization like NACDA, Awing Cultural
I know about that, yes.
Association is like the big umbrella that has trained us all. But if you come to Awing, my quarter is Mbenjom. If you get to Mbenjom and see development, or the development association, the development and cultural association, you would think that that is the NACDA they are talking about. But that is just from Benjam.
Wow.
If you come into Benjam, you'll find a magnificent building constructed by them, by us, the people. We are proud to put our monies together and develop our quarters. And that is what is taking place in every quarter in Awing. Go down to Tanjang, go up to Mbenten, go to Mbeme, go to Mbetu, go down to Nipele, go to Ajienzere, go as I'm calling like this, you find a magnificent building that you may enter other so-called villages. You might not even find one of such there. But in my village, every quarter must boast of theirs. Then water, they provide. Electricity, they provide. Their roads. That is why when an Awing man leaves Bamenda, like me, I'll take my car from Bamenda. I cry the tires between Bamenda and my 11. Once I branch and I'm going towards Lake Awing, to move to Awing, the roads become smooth, but not tight. But the people are constantly maintaining their road. There are people who wait for no government. You
want to transfer all of us to the Awing
government people? Government can follow to assist us, but we are there. We are moving. I am so proud to be an Awing man. I would like to encourage every other person to take it as a challenge and look at where you come from. Where is your village? Ask yourself if you pay your development dues first. But don't end at paying your development dues. Do something more to promote the culture, to promote the development in your community.
Oh, this is just
if everyone does that, you will know that you people can actually make yourself. If you make your bed, so shall you
lie on it.
Yes. Wow. Find Awing people, the offspring of the Awing people, wherever in the world, and they're everywhere in the world. But when you are in Bamenda, the way they'll just call Awing as if it's a common, as if it's a small village. But enter any institution, even higher institutions of education, of all types of institutions in this country, and tell me which one does not have Awing people inside. Anyone you can imagine in life. Get to all the universities, even in our country. Look at the professors, look at the lecturers. If they show you those who are coming from Awing, then you wonder whether it's still only that Awing we're talking about. Then not to talk of musicians. I am a musician. I'm proud to say I'm a musician and play guitar. That I fell in love with this guitar from birth. My father was a guitarist. I'm proud of him.
Thank you very much, Dave. FOZO De Prince.
FOZO De Prince.
That's his artistic name. He wants to be called FOZO De Prince, and I can say for sure that he actually feels like a prince of Awing. I don't know my interest with Akum.
I am with all the rights.
With a prince of Awing, with all the rights, like he says. And so we're honored to have a prince here. We're honored to celebrate royalty as well, which is one of our values. We celebrate the institution of the fund, the traditional institution. We celebrate them really well in this part of the world, and particularly in our city. So, After that beautiful presentation of Awing,
Yeah.
do you feel bad when they call you a Bamenda man?
I am a Bamenda man, very proud to be one.
Okay.
Despite the adversaries. You know, we are in war.
Yeah.
I don't want to call it crisis, we are in war. Every day, you cannot imagine me. I will sleep on the floor. I don't feel that I'm somebody. If you have somebody gone, the bullet does not know somebody. You come and find bullets falling on my floor, in my bedroom. It's only God that is keeping us alive.
Yeah.
But we are there and praying that someday we will wake up to find this war ended with peace.
Of course.
Reigning.
That's our pious hope. And just very quickly, so tell me, what inspired you into these beautiful arts that you enjoy now?
My dear, I think I made a statement already. I am born and bred an Awing man.
Yeah.
And what makes an Awing man proud, one of it is the rhythm of bottle dance.
Okay.
It is heritage music.
Okay.
Music of our forefathers. When we grew up, it was our fathers that were narrating the stories of how they would dance at music, which is guitar dance. And my own father was one of those who were playing the guitar, and they were moving from one place. Marriages in my village were played by them. I mean, end of year parties, graduation ceremonies, death celebrations, and they were playing.
And they were the superstars.
They were stars in their days, but there was one thing which I still will not encourage any father to do. My father said his own father never liked anything that linked to guitar and music.
Okay.
Because in their days, excuse me, they considered that...
You have some water, Dave.
Good, I'll get to it, sir.
All right.
They considered that people who play music, people who play on guitar are useless people.
Oh.
In their days, they considered that they were very rough people.
Before we finish the show, you know that Dave is not useless. Don't worry. Let's go.
That they were rascals, that they were womanizers. They were, in fact, all kind of bad names you can cite. They were associated to musicians.
Yeah.
So my grandfather kept refusing my father from going to play and from even following those guys who were playing.
Yeah.
Because he said that it was those friends that taught him. And that bad friends, just like that, until my father said one day his father got angry, carried his guitar, broke it on his head, and put it on the down and smashed it, and said, I should never see you there. From that day, he obeyed his father and stopped. I was born when my father was not more playing. But my father gathered his shock when I was now in secondary school and came back one weekend and he saw me with guitar. And then he noticed that I was playing. And he was surprised. Yet he didn't tell me. Other people in the village were telling me that this thing like this is really genetics. It's inheritance. Because this guy's father was the one playing in this village. But at that time, had not even married their mother.
Yeah.
But I'm a fit born. Cannot imagine that from my mother.
Yeah.
Meaning that I don't know, it's heritage music. And the only thing that could take my life away was the bottled down rhythm. The people I grew and met in my village, the famous Paul Ngo.
Yeah.
Paul Ngo of Awing. If you knew that name, if you entered Awing, that's the man that as I was growing as a child, anytime they say Paul Ngo is playing, I'll go me there and sit and watching only him. And that is what inspired me at the mall. And then there is Pa Karate, we call him Pa Karate, is Tensa Martin.
Are they still alive?
This I'm talking still alive, but very old. It's an old man I'm talking about now.
Yeah.
And has not been playing guitar for decades, for like 5 decades. But it's there. But I am proud because when I reach the village, somebody like Tata Tensa Martin Karate will still always come and tap my back and say, my son, carry the legacy, carry the legacy ahead. Then Paul Ngo died.
Yes.
There are many songs that you listen that I composed, that I composed paying tribute to Paul Ngo because he's the actual person that was still playing when I grew up. And I used to come back on holidays and go to his compound and he puts me through on how to play guitar. And then some friends around Bamenda town were also putting me through. And finally, I am very proud that about 22, 23 years old on guitar, from when I started playing guitar, we speak now in 2021, I am at least 23 years old in active music from when I started playing and trilling occasions.
Wow.
Good. And so I can already count not less than 10 I have trained on how to play guitar. And I'm very proud of myself and proud of them. You enter Awing now, you can easily find young guys And some are about my age, some are even older than me, who learned from me, and they are playing now in cry die, death celebrations, wake keep, marriages. So in fact, my village man, do you know that they hire me from here to Gabon, to Nigeria?
Wow.
And then they are going to call me to USA. I'm dreaming for that day to come. Yeah, the people are telling me now. People don't joke. People have said it that
he will come.
FOZO the Prince will come.
Yes.
That this year it will not reach 2022. I will be in America.
I know how strong Nagda is, so I'll not be surprised.
Just to come and play them this guitar and thrill the occasion and come back.
Wow. I don't know what I'm keeping you already too long. FOZO did not move alone. But to say the least, this is the BD show. It's powered by Miro Entertainment. We're coming to you live from Bamenda this Saturday evening. And of course, wherever you are around the world, if you love our bottle dance, we want to thank you very much. Please promote our bottle dance as much as you can. And so Miro Entertainment celebrates bottle dance today on today's edition of the BD show. And our pious hope is that we are going to have real time fun with FOZO De Prince, who is here. As I said, I don't want to keep you for too long. Our contacts are simple. You can contact him as well, but you can write to us, the BD Show 360@gmail.com, and we'll definitely hear from you. About what you think about the show and what you think about bottle dance. Let me invite your backup singer to come.
Yes.
We have our song number 1 that you're going to do for now. I don't want us to keep you waiting for too long out there. Today it's about celebration, so we're going to have bottle dance. Now, he will tell us why he decides to use his own bottle dance the way he does, but that will not be until we've had this very special piece. Let's go. So he has a backup singer here, right? So Pai is here to do the backup, right? So just enjoy yourselves.
Family planning is good, is good, is good. Family planning is good, is good. Family planning, oh, is good. One more, oh, one more, oh, family planning is good. Family planning, oh, is good. One more, oh, one more, oh, if you plan well, you enjoy your life, oh. And if you plan well, oh, you enjoy your children. And if you plan well, oh, you enjoy your family, oh. And if you plan well, oh, you enjoy your marriage, oh, family planning is good, oh, family planning is good, one more, family planning, if you plan well, mama, you enjoy your life, oh, if you plan well, oh, you enjoy your children, and if you plan well, you enjoy your family, oh. If you plan well, mama, you enjoy your marriage. Oh. Family planning
is good, is good, is good.
Family planning
is good,
is good. Family planning
is good,
Knowledge of contraception will save your life. Oh. Knowledge of contraception will save your children. Knowledge of contraception will save your family. Oh. Knowledge of contraception will save your marriage. Oh. Natural methods, them day. Artificial methods, them day. Artificial methods.
It will stay with FOZO De Prince.
Natural methods, them day.
I'm doing well too, right? I can sing for some time. Thank you very much, guys. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
But thank you. Just have your seat. Thank you. He's in the studio, so don't worry. It's a full house, but focus is FOZO. FOZO, thank you very much.
It's a pleasure, sir.
Family planning is
Yes.
good.
Mm.
Oh, I was beginning to sing as well.
It
was infectious. You had the way you sang, and it was already infecting me. And
you were learning already.
family planning
It's good. It's good. It's good. No.
Right, I'll learn the guitar too.
Yes, you may want to find out why
Yes.
family planning.
Yes, of course. No, just very quickly. One of the reasons you're here is because you do not only you use your bottle dance for education, and you decided to choose this song "Family Planning" amongst the many others which you use for education. Why do you do that?
You know, my people perish for lack of knowledge. The Bible says so. Do you know that families As far as reproductive health is concerned, I am a reproductive health expert.
That gives us room now to present the second part of the person you have here, FOZO De Prince. Just to let you know that he's a reproductive health expert, like he was saying, and he has, I think, a second degree in that. That's what's generally called a master's, right?
Yes.
Yes, in reproductive health, and he's an outstanding trainer in reproductive health. He's also a radio speaker. He does event management, I mean, on issues around reproductive health. I think Dave is just that's him beyond this, his guitar, and beyond his I don't know which one he wants to put below, but I say that is him away from his guitar, not beyond. Yeah. That's him away from his guitar and away from his bottle dance. Yes, you can proceed. You were talking about reproductive
being
health.
a reproductive health expert, you can see why I would prefer to take family planning and sing few lines, but are pregnant with message that the population can learn. When you plan well, you save your life first. Then you save your children, you save your family, then you save your marriage. Yeah. This is because a lot of troubles happen with people in relationships. When you find a man and a lady dating, or we find a lady and a man dating or married or living as married people, the greatest trouble they face in their homes is related to reproductive health, and it is because of ignorance. They don't understand that you can actually move to the hospital and seek knowledge on how to live a marital life and have a satisfactory marital life, on how to have a satisfactory sexual life. People shy away from talking about sex, yet a lot of evil practices or consequences in life are related to our sexual lives. Yeah. So as a reproductive health expert, it is a domain I would like to have opportunity to talk about reproductive health any day, any time, because we wish to keep our sexual lives healthy. Okay. In that case, target a man, a woman in relationship or in marriage. Yeah. In that case, they will understand that family planning, it is not about some injection or some implant or a coil to go and insert in your womb or some tablets to swallow like people think. That family planning is like a way of life. Yeah. It's about knowledge that you wish to acquire to make your family be satisfactory to you. Yeah. To make yourself comfortable in a marital home, to make yourself comfortable in a relationship. Yes. For example, if I choose to marry, I may wish to have a particular type of wife. Yes. How do I acquire the knowledge to know who is best for me? That's family planning. Many people don't know about that. Do you know that even when I'm married, it is also my right to want to have children, the number I will wish to have, and even the type of sex I need to have. For example, I can choose with my wife that we prefer our first child to be girl. Possible. Possible. It's very possible, Derek. That's my specialty. Try me.
I will not try you, please.
Call me to a couple.
If I go at your pace.
Because we don't need to teach you what we call sex education. We give you what we call sex education. And then we can let you understand how you can determine sex. How a boy can come, how a girl can come, and it is possible to solve problems. We let even men learn that if your wife even has only girls, the fault is even yours, even though there is finally no fault. But both of you should understand that for you to blame a woman that if you give birth to a woman again in this house, you will leave. You, the woman, the reverse is true. It is instead the woman who can tell you, the man, that if you put again male, you will leave this house. But unfortunately, women don't say so because they are also ignorant. Men also say this to women because they are ignorant. Reproductive health knowledge is the key.
So you have a reproductive health consultant in the house. If you want to contact Dave some other time, please do. All right. I know many of you out there, you are like, let him just tell us how it works.
Oh, good. It means that they'll also be asking me if a woman is finding it difficult getting pregnant. Yeah. A woman is suffering from infertility of any type. Yes. Just bring the woman to me.
Okay. Dave will be available. Okay. Contact Dave. Dave, yes. Let's just go back to our bottle dance. Do you have the feeling that bottle dance has anything to do with maybe this popular musical genre from Nigeria they call high life?
Well, if we say that it has something to do with it, then we are surely going to relegate our culture to the background. No music is bad. So, as the Nigerians have struggled to promote that particular genre, I don't know whether they call it a hip hop or whatever, you begin to hear it everywhere.
Yeah.
It was not a day's job for it to come to that level.
Yeah.
But people like us, I wish many more bottle dance artists come up. We will hook on a genre like this bottle dance till it finally becomes popular, not only in Cameroon, but in Africa and the world.
Okay. Dave, you live and work in Bamenda,
Yes.
a place you cherish so much, and you work here. Are there things in this town that you regret about in terms of challenges, things that we need to improve on in this town?
We really need to improve on a lot. Self-development. When we find people who want to rely a lot on what I put in quote politics, it is very destructive, the type I have observed amongst us. No matter what kind of politics somebody is playing in our lives, we should learn to be one another's keeper.
Okay.
Let love lead. Let peace reign. But we shouldn't be promoting peace without justice.
Okay.
But when we are trying to be one another's keeper, I see you like myself, I feel your pain, then I'm certainly going to follow justice. And justice automatically will bring in peace. I cry this for my people.
Yeah. Wow. That's so emotional. But then we still have things that make us stick. That make us great people, including bottle dance. Do you want to add something to it?
The bottle dance.
Yes. The things that make us great people, that makes Bamenda great. Bamenda is known as a...
This bottle dance thing that I'm doing is just a small, it's a minute area.
Yeah.
The Bamenda person, as I know, is a very hard-working person, woman and man. The Bamenda man is that person that has a spirit that is high, that if he can rule, he can lead, he can inspire others. I will always pray that people can promote and encourage the Bamendaness that is in the Bamenda man.
Yeah.
And sometime we will enjoy even our town. When we look at our roads, they are all broken. We enter from potholes to the other. Well, something is also responsible. But when we enter into the heart, into the mind of a Bamenda man, it is so beautiful. Beautiful more than even America. Yeah. That's why I have a feeling that the day will come when we will enjoy. The typical Bamenda man will enjoy because he has a spirit of growing and developing.
Okay.
Yes.
Now, when you talk about self-development and you talk about unity or living together, do you think that this exists in your sector? Those of you who play bottle dance, do you find some unity? Do you collaborate?
We do. We do to a certain extent. Yeah, I will not blame any individual musician because I am a bottle dance musician.
Yeah.
What we do is that we encourage more and more people to get into our own genre and learn how to play bottle dance. So when you find your colleague who plays bottle dance, you feel proud. That's the first thing that is in you. Yeah. Except in a situation where you may feel that this occasion should be given to you to animate instead of to be. Yeah. And sometimes when people sit in a bar, for example, they start putting names. Oh, between John Mena, FOZO De Prince, Alfred Quende, Niken, Daddy Lovett, Wara Festus, like see me naming a bottle dance musicians. Yes. And arguments that come in, this one is better than this one is better than that. That is not important to us. Okay. We even wish all to put their heads together and see how to bring up many more bottle dance artists that can make quality bottle dance. Everyone has something unique in his own way of playing and singing. And so you can't take my thing and I can't take yours. I only have the obligation to promote bottle dance, wishing that you are promoting it at your own area. However, there's something which is also good that bottle dance musicians have been struggling to put their heads together, even in a small kind of a meeting, and seeing how the bottle dance domain grows. It's a very difficult thing, but we are wishing that it will grow someday.
Really wish for it to grow. So together, we were trying to see how we can make bottle dance better. Anything already like an archive, cultural center? Where can somebody actually just readily find bottle dance?
Bottle dance today is circulated on social media.
Okay.
On the various the various channels. I can't say I am sad talking about this point because the bottle dance musician today can only be proud of the live shows that you have.
Yeah.
In that our own is good in a way that people hire us to play in funeral ceremonies, wake keeping, marriage ceremonies. Like last Saturday, I was playing live in a marriage ceremony in a hotel in town here, and I was surprised that the whole place was more lively than the cassettes that they keep playing. My whole team, because I have a whole team of 5 people, and we now play 2 guitars and then the rest on microphone and on the console. And we start finding life, and that's how people are hiring us. As I'm talking, I'll be moving to Awing with my team this weekend, and even next week we'll be around there. And even in fact, I have a timetable to around December 25th. That is already full.
Wow.
That is how we make our money now.
Yeah.
It's not about selling CD. Nobody buys CD again. They don't even have the decks again. So if you find a musician who cannot show the talent so they can hire you, play an occasion. If you are just the type that can come and give a cassette that they can play and you stage, and then you are certainly going to suffer the consequence because you have nothing to eat.
Yeah.
Yes, because a musician cannot be staging his song, play your song live. But we also have other musicians that sing, but they cannot play on guitar.
Yeah.
Good. when it comes to now hiring you, if you have to give me 150,000 to play for 2 days in your compound, I'm proud of it. But that person who cannot play, will he have the 150? No. Certainly, some of us are proud that we have the handwork, and that handwork is putting food in our mouth.
All right. We're going to be taking a step a little bit away from bottle dance now. Let Dave help us in the... I told you before that we're bringing this show to you at a time my city is in a serious crisis. Dave prefers that we call it a war. It's difficult, but then we're still struggling to find ourselves the things that make us very strong, very unique, very, hilarious people that we all are. And Dave will be helping us, particularly educating women in the heart of this crisis. Dave, what are the things that you think women should be worried about in this crisis during this period?
Crime wave is high in a war situation.
Yeah.
Our own situation is not different. We really cry for our women, especially our girl children.
In relation to reproductive health.
In relation to reproductive health.
Yes.
Because many of them now become more vulnerable. They fall victim of rape, of other forms of gender-based violence, and particularly about reproductive health.
Yeah.
Those who genuinely get pregnant and wish to have care might not be having the kind of care they wish to have. Antenatal care is not accessed by all. Many women are in the bushes. Many are where they are not supposed to be, and we call them internally displaced. If you go to some areas and see where some are living, oh, only God will help us. And I imagine only their reproductive life. Yeah. When they get pregnant, how will they reach the hospital? And even in town here, people are suffering. Can you bear with me? You can't even open your heart when it's already dark to go out. Then what about a woman who is pregnant? What if she gets into labor? These are some of the difficulties, especially women. All of us are facing difficulties, but it is sad that women in the process of reproduction, in the process of giving birth, are really, really in serious trouble. We cannot have ambulances enough. Yeah. There are even some organizations that we used to have around that are no more there, and we cannot even be going to the reasons why they are not there. For example, Médecins Sans Frontières, or they call it, yes, there's Médecins Sans Frontières. There's also what we call Doctors Without Borders. I am not even seeing them again. They are no more around. I don't know, and the misery is getting high on people in relation to reproduction. Many are giving birth at home. Many are at risk of bleeding. They are at risk of infections. They are at risk of this and that. But I wish to advise people get pregnant. You can always attend antenatal care, even in the nearest health facility. You don't need to go too far. And also try to acquire knowledge on how to prepare for labor the signs and symptoms, and signs for labor, how you will get to labor. When your pregnancy, when you start having only warning signs of labor, we advise you can move already and live in the hospital. I don't think there's any hospital that would drive a woman that you are not yet in labor. What are you doing here?
Yeah.
You just need to tell them that where you live, labor can catch you in the night, and you might not be able to come. No, they will make a place for you in the hospital or near the hospital or something, just so that you deliver, safely, or your delivery process will at least be safe. You can easily access a health facility.
Thank you for the advice, Dave. I hope many of our women who are following us out there can take that advice seriously. It's important at this point in time. Well, the show was intended to be for entertainment. It is still for entertainment. But Dave, with his concern about his people, he's adding a lot of emotions and he's trying to make me feel a little bit, That said, this is the BD show you're watching now. And the last few things we'll be talking about very quickly. What is your notion about... what's your take about gender-based violence? Do you think it's recurring in Bamenda?
Yes, just like I said, this war situation makes it worse. When people are with guns, they are in the bushes. I, as a reproductive health expert, should worry about their sexual life. If I had to be a leader to send a group of men out, I should feel when they want to have sex, who should they have sex with?
Yeah.
The children of the people at the site whether it is military of government or it is boys of the other side, wherever they are sexually active beings. The earlier we stop the war, the better, so people can get their wives, live with them in the house for peace to reign. Else, gender-based violence will get to its height. But it is our prayer, we watch, get more watchful and advise both our mothers and girls to dress decently and stay away from danger. Where you find that it's no secure area, when it is getting dark, be in your house, there is no gain in moving out in the night for parties, for clubbing, or for whatever in a situation of war. At any time you can be ambushed by any person who will want just to have a taste and feel free that I have not had sex for some long time. Now this is what the situation is. But what do you expect of a sexually active person? Have you ever asked yourself, if you are caught and locked up in the prison, 2 months, 3 months, 5 months, do they know about that need, fundamental need, which is about sex? Or they'll just manage some fufu and bitter leaf and give you eat. Is that all about fundamental human needs? Question mark. Peace is better than war. Let even our leaders consider this. Then dialogue will come in to bring peace.
Thank you very much, Dave. Very quickly, do you believe in religion?
I'm a Christian.
Okay.
I am spiritually very strong.
You want to tell us about your denomination?
By the grace of God.
Christian?
I'm a Christian of the Baptist.
Okay.
The Cameroon Baptist Convention.
Okay.
Yes. I've even led the men in the church as the men's moderator.
Wow.
Today like this, the challenges are more. But God remains God.
Remains God. When you are sick, what medication do you prefer? Traditional medicine, alternative medicine, or...
That is a wonderful question you just used to provoke me.
Or modern medicine.
I'm a traditionalist who grew first in traditional medicine, and then I've studied now conventional medicine. So I do with both.
Okay.
It's unfortunate that even in groups, Baka Derek, this topic is a kind of thing people will not understand.
Yes.
Sometimes I envy that monies that we contribute from one group to the other. I mean, so many groups, my dear. We have 8 funds. I don't know which group have ever benefited 8 funds. Because I don't know which they are asleep in the hospital. If I feel bad, just by feeling the signs, I may just get my helps behind, but I'm a medical personnel because I know this will help me. And you see, it's helping me because I can go for 10 years without even knowing a day I've been to the hospital. But in my group, every day is when I bring book. I was in the hospital. They give 50,000. My neck passed. But what will you do? Should I fake disease and go sleep in the hospital so I can benefit also from 8 funds from my various organizations? No, I instead give praises to God for keeping me safe and healthy. Let me be contributing to assist those who are sick and lying in the hospital. This is because God has blessed us abundantly, and we are able to manage ourselves even traditionally before even talking about conventional medicine. Therefore, on both ways, we are balanced. We are fine. I support traditional medicine a lot because I am one traditional doctor. If you like, call me so.
Yes.
That is right.
What a conviction. Well, it's also at a time the world is having a serious health challenge, that is COVID-19. And as smart as he is, creative as he is, FOZO De Prince already has a song to help sensitize people about the COVID-19 pandemic. Dear viewers around the world, it's time for us again to take a quick musical break with FOZO De Prince. He will be singing for us his song on COVID-19, and I would like to hear that now. I hope you too want to hear. Please, this is a song for you.
Come up, and then we do.
Yes, of course.
we do stop coronavirus.
Okay.
Barka Derek, while the rhythm is going on, I need to tell you that I was the first. Go and check CRTV, Cameroon Radio Records.
Yes.
I was the first musician to have produced a song on stop coronavirus and released it in January 2020. And I was interviewed by the journalists, from all directions.
Yeah.
Go and check the records. It's unfortunate that till today, I've not had any support from anybody. Nobody has said anything, but I say, God, thank
You will have your
this.
support today.
Thank you for using me
Yes.
to pass the message that can help. Corona, ewa. Corona, ewa. Coronavirus, ewa. Coronavirus, ewa. Another number one killer, ewa. Another number one killer, ewa. We must stop it, oh, stop it. We must stop it, oh, stop it. We must kill it, oh, kill it. We must kill it, oh, kill it. Corona, coronavirus, coronavirus. Another number one, the COVID-19. Another number one, the COVID-19. Another number one killer. Number one killer. We must stop it, oh, stop it. Oh, we must stop it, oh, stop it. You must use your face mask, oh. You must use your hand sanitizer. You must use your hand sanitizer, oh. You must wash your hands, wash your hands with running water all the time. And sanitize your hands and wear your face mask. Oh. Corona,
Ewa.
Corona,
Ewa.
Coronavirus,
Ewa.
Corona,
Ewa.
Coronavirus.
Ewa.
Another
Ewa.
number one killer. COVID-19, number one killer. COVID-19,
Wow.
number one killer. We must fight it, oh, fight it. Oh, we must fight it, oh, fight it.
Thank you very much, FOZO. Oh, what a day. What a Saturday evening. I'm sure your Saturday is getting better every minute as you stay with us on the show. I don't know how you feel, but I feel really, really good. We've had time to talk some very hard things, but this is just a secret. It enlightens the spirit. Yes. I don't know how you feel out there, but I'm feeling really, really good. So, you've had your COVID vaccine?
Yes.
Okay.
It's done.
That's good.
I'm just encouraging people to do. No, every measure to fight COVID-19, I will encourage the whole world to do. First, don't forget I'm a health personnel.
Yeah.
And also involved in humanitarian services, which we have struggled to get even to our villages with our own small little might, even to share face masks and some hand sanitizer, and in our own way to fight. But if this vaccine, we are all wishing that it puts an end, to immunize is to eradicate.
Yeah.
If someday we notice that it is completely gone, then we praise God.
Yeah.
Thank you.
What's your favorite dish?
Achu and yellow soup. First, I told you I come from Awing. That
Yes.
is the favorite. In fact, that is the dish of the people. Then second, fufu corn and jaman. Yes.
Jaman.
Yes.
The way you call it.
Good. Then you can begin to get down to kati.
Yes.
Add water fufu. Add konki. Add the things are many. Yam,
Yes.
corn and beans, moto. No, that one they use it to make soup.
Yes.
I like all.
Which one?
I have good appetite.
Which one?
So that's why I can tell you all food stuff.
Yes.
I eat me very well.
And I like the choices, the traditional ones, of course.
Oh my
Which
God.
of them do you prepare yourself?
Nkwi? No. Nkwi is another special time.
Yes.
That, oh my God, you go to Born House, a woman just come back from hospital, they prepare Nkwi in the house. You can see me visiting such a place because I want to taste Nkwi after some long time. You know, very special delicacies.
Yes.
Yes. When you talk about meal, I am chopped man. I can eat anything.
Anything. I don't know whether you would have preferred another guest than this one today. But I don't know how your day has been, how your week has been. I hope you've found some reason to smile on today's edition of our show. Tell me one reason why someone should marry a woman from Awing.
Yeah, marry a woman from Awing because they're well brought up. If that is one word I could say, even the average Awing child is still well brought up. Because they are brought up with the virtues of a woman, of a man, that the forefathers had respect. We know that people can live in places that the characters around them or the behaviors around them could influence them. But the typical nature of a Awing is a peaceful, supportive type. Very proud of them.
And for the men, like you said before, they're hardworking.
Yes, but to tell the men, I see a trend that is changing very fast. They should relax and still copy the example of our forefathers.
Which one is that?
Which is humility.
Okay.
Which is respect for the culture, for the traditions. Which is dignity of the people that you respect. Which is love, which is peace. Our forefathers handled this with all their might. We wish we could grow only like that for history to repeat itself.
Of course, you'll be listening to David Ayim. He goes by the artistic name FOZO De Prince. He is a reproductive health specialist. He is a bottle dance artist. He's said many things on our program today. He's a proud son of Awing. He loves his place so much. He's passionate about it. He tells us that Awing is very, very developed. You go there, you will see lots of community initiatives, including their halls, electricity supply, water supply. Dave tells us that he fell in love with the bottle dance and the guitar a long time ago. He narrates the stories. He tells us how in his village many years ago, he used to be a form of stardom to be a guitar player, and how his people came to inspire him. He made mention of some names that inspired him.
Like
some
Paul
of them gone. Yes, of course. He talked about that, and he says that his father lost his guitar, because his father, his great-grandfather, or his grandfather, did not want his father to be a guitar player. He destroyed his guitar. But many years later, he realized that he resurfaced again, being the fifth born in their family. He resurfaced again with a guitar, and it's conclusive that it is genetic in their family with him getting to that level. He's discussed many things with us already, including the fact that we cannot underrate our bottle dance by trying to compare it to some high life from neighboring Nigeria or other songs from elsewhere in the world. We need to work together to improve on us. He says that there is some collaboration, acceptable collaboration within them who are bottle dance players in our town, in our city, and he thinks that a bottle dance artist can make his make a living from live performances. He's named a couple of them that he's going to be performing, of course, meaning that he's available. On matters of reproductive health, FOZO tells us that it is important for our women to be more conscious at this time, particularly when we're in crisis. There's a lot of gender-based violence with matters of rape. He thinks that it's important for those who are fighting, the men, be they non-state or state armed groups, to consider the plight of women and those sending them to find time to educate them on the values around issues of sex. But his emphasis on the need for us to have peace in our community. Exactly. by every means possible. He loves Bamenda so much. He tells us that Bamenda is a home of people who are hardworking, but there is need for us. We're beautiful people from the heart, but there is need for us to build on our community spirit, taking one another's problem to be one another's keeper, in his words. And so he thinks that we can continue to do this to improve on our city. And Dave educates our women. He says that we need also to think about the well-being of our women in difficult times like this. And he is a lover of Achu. He didn't tell us what he drinks, but he's going to tell us. And then he uses his songs to pass across messages of education, because he thinks that it's important to be educated on particular issues in our community. He's played 2 songs for us. I don't know, Dave, you've said too many things. You've made this program so interesting. I'm even tempted to think that I'm leaving some of the things you've said out in a summary I wanted to do. So if I left something out, please, will you want to remind us?
You have said it all. Let me drink my water.
You have the right, please. It's your water. That water was served to you, please. Enjoy yourself. So he's taking his water, and I remind you that you can write to us on the BD show at the BD show 360 at gmail.com. We are located in Bamenda, Cameroon. The producer, Miro Entertainment, is located in Bamenda, Cameroon. And you can always get in touch with us if you want, with very well acceptable videography equipment that can be used for whatever purpose that you want. Yes, thank you. You have your water.
Yes. Thank you very much.
So I was asking you if there was anything I left out from my summary.
You have summarized it all.
Okay. So a last remark before we separate?
It was a great pleasure that you invited me to a platform. We have said many things, but I would like to pay more respect to my profession, reproductive health.
Yeah.
So many people are suffering from reproductive health related issues, but it is my specialty, and how I wish I could help the multitude that suffer from problems related to reproductive health.
Yeah.
When we say reproductive health, we are talking about the health of man or woman in relation to the reproductive system, the organs and their functioning, and the processes that take place there. For example, when a man grows and is sexually active, he needs to know whether his reproductive organs are healthy and fine. Can a man actually get a woman pregnant? Can a woman actually get pregnant if he wishes to look for pregnancy? It means that those organs are alive and functioning. But if a man and a wife are living together 1 year or more, no issue, what could be wrong? Come to reproductive health experts who trace the problem from the man and from the lady. What about just teaching you about family planning, about contraceptive methods, about menstrual cycle? How many ladies truly know the menstrual cycle? And every day I keep feeling, if somebody knocks my door, put the person through, man or woman, you can seek to know the menstrual cycle well, so you can guide even your own wife or your own daughter. It's not only the issue of women. What about menstrual hygiene? Do people really have the real knowledge on how to deal with the situation of menses? Question mark. With the problems, disorders related to menses, what we refer to as dysmenorrhea, amenorrhea, metrorrhagia, or any form of painful menses or clotting menses or cryptomenorrhea or blockage of menses or blockage of tube or whatever. Any problem somebody faces, it is good to meet a specialist. That is my specialty.
Right.
And when you look at it, you will see that, in fact, 95%, if not all, of the people who are sexually active have one reproductive health problem or the other. Men will complain of sexual weakness. Women will just stay quiet as if they don't also have sexual weakness. But when they come to us, we determine to them, make them understand that a woman suffers more of sexual weakness than a man. Unfortunately, if a woman's mind is not there, you will not know, because it doesn't have something that needs force to stand. But you who has something that needs extra force for you to stand, when it's not standing quickly, they say you have sexual weakness. But what are the various causes? How can we manage it both in men and women? That is our specialty, my specialty.
Thank you very much, Dave. We're sincerely grateful that you took off time to follow this edition of our program. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you very much, Ayim David, for coming. David Ayim,
Yes, David
for coming,
Ayim.
alias FOZO De Prince. He will not leave us without a beautiful song. But before you do that song for us, Dave, each time you come here, we would like that you remember that you were here. So we don't have so much yet for now. We're hoping that as we go along, we'll definitely have gifts to say thank you for coming. But we want to beg you that as you go around, remember that you came here. You can tell someone that you were here. And the only way to do so is to have this our little sticker on your precious tool. You can keep it around there for some time if you want. I don't know for how long you want to keep it. But it depends on you. We so very much value that. Just excuse me a little. I'm trying to get it work. Okay, that's fine. So we'll try to have it on this your beautiful toe. I don't know where
my guitar.
Where do you want me to put it, please?
Just on the surface like so.
All right. So it's a simple message on it to confirm that you were here. So very sincerely want to thank you for coming.
Wow.
Yeah.
I am grateful.
No, thank you very much.
If you meet me on an occasion from far, you know that.
Thank you.
Yes.
When we have a better way to say thank you, we'll look for a way to say thank you.
Thank you very much.
So we'll leave it here for today. Do have a pleasant weekend. We'll be back again same time next Saturday for another edition of the BD Show. We'll bring in you another interesting guest. All right? Please don't miss. Goodbye.
Ulang lelena ma, ulang lele kunan toe, ulang lele kunan la ulang lelena dima, ulang lelena mama, ulang lelena dado, ulang lele kunan toe, ulang lele ma, ulang lele. What a joy, what a great pleasure to meet once again. What a great pleasure to meet each other. What a great pleasure to meet old schoolmates. What a great pleasure to meet old classmates. After many years,
After many years,
whoa,
after many years,
yeah.
after many years,
My brother,
auntie, after many years,
my sister,
after many years,
my
oh,
father,
after many years,
sister,
after many years,
enjoy
enjoy
My
yourself,
brother,
enjoy
my
yourself,
sister,
enjoy yourself,
my
so
father,
enjoy
my
yourself,
sister,
enjoy yourself, so.